discount. How much something's discounted. And that's just basically not adding like we were doing last time on the last lesson where we were doing tax, tip, and markup, where we go things up. Discount means to take things off. We're reducing the amount. So if I get a discount, I am really super excited that I'm going to take money off the original sale price. So I'm going to subtract. So today is subtraction, minusing the discount. Yeah, last lesson that you were doing was adding, putting that tax, tip, and markup back on. So discounts are things we look for. Determine the price of a $69.50 tennis racket that is on sale for 20% off the regular price. So if you get the little ad and it says 20% off, you're like, yes, I'm going to take 20% off. So just like we did before, we're going to multiply the $69.50 racket times our 20%, which is 0.20. And again, notice they took the zero off the back because once you move the decimal, the zero on the back end of the decimal doesn't matter. And I multiply the two, and I get $13.90 discount. So that means I'm going to subtract, not add today, take it away from my original price, and I'm going to spend $55.60 on that racket. Woohoo! And right now with the holidays coming up, this is a great time to really see those sales prices happening. So take a look at method 2, subtract the percent of discount from 100%. So sometimes when I want to know the sale price, or I have the sale price, but I didn't know what the original regular price was, then I can take 100% and subtract the 20% off I was getting on the racket, which means that I pay 80%. So if 20% is coming off, I'm paying 80%. So 80% of the $69.50 original cost on the racket means that $55.60 was my sales price. And so it's just another kind of way to get to the answer without having to do the subtraction, kind of like we did with the tax and the tip and the markup before. So let's take a look at the $32.45 shirt. And we're getting 15% discount off the price of that shirt. So that means we're going to change this to a decimal, 0.15. And we're going to multiply it by our $32.45 because I want 15% of that shirt taken off. And I'm going to multiply by 0.15. So how many decimal places? I have 2 and 2, which makes 4 total to move my decimal. That's my happy memory cloud. So 5 times 5 is 25, carry 2. 20 and 2 is 22, carry 2. 10 and 2 is 12, carry 1. 15 and 1 more makes 16, and that's my first row of digits. I hug and I kiss. And since it's 1, it's just a 5, a 4, a 2, and a 3. And I'm going to go ahead and add those digits. I get a 5, a 7, a 6, an 8, and a 4. And I move 1, 2, 3, 4 places to the left with my decimal. And just a reminder, it is money again. So I have to round to the penny place, which is the 6. The 7 bumps the 6 up to a 7. That's $4.87. So $4.87 is my discounted cost. Since I'm getting discounted, that means it's getting taken off my $32.45 shirt. So now I have to subtract. So 4, I can't take 7 from 5, borrow from the 4, make it a 3, make it a 15 here. 15 take away 7 is 8. Can't take 8 from 3 here, so I borrow from the 2, make it a 1, make this 13. 13 take away 8 is my 5. Can't take 4 away from 1, so I borrow from my 3 and I make it 11. 11 take away 4 is 7, and I bring down my 2. So $27.58 is now the official cost of my shirt after it's discounted. That's discount, taking the price off. Let's see. Let's talk a little bit. We've been changing all these percents to decimals, and I do want to talk to you guys about, you do know some of your fractions. So could I, in a way, use my fraction instead? And we still can. And so I was thinking about going over here to this, let's go to this 20% one here. And if you remember and memorize that 20% is a fifth fraction because it's 20 over 100 being reduced to 2/10, which reduces to 1/5. I can actually take a fifth of my $40 jeans. And I know some of this still bothers some of y'all, but I can use different methods. I don't have to just multiply by the decimal. If things are easy, like 1/5 of 40, I can do it in my head. And in real life, that's what adults do. Some of people even say 10%. Well, that moves the decimal one place to the left, which is 4. And 20% just doubles that 4 to make 8. But if you notice, we cross canceled here and I still get 8. So that means I'm getting $8 off. That's my discount of my jeans. So I take my $40 and I subtract 8. And just a reminder, when you're adding or subtracting, you're lining up decimals and the decimals are behind those numbers. So it's like $8, $40. You don't have to have these zeros, but I want you to know that you need to make sure you're lining up your place values. I borrow 10 minus 8 is 2, and I get my $32 jeans instead of $40, 20% off. So I get $8 off with that 20% discount. So like this one down here, 50%, you should know that's half. What's half of 28? It's just 14. And if you don't know that, it's taking the 28 and dividing it by 2. It goes 1 time into the 2 and 4 times into the 8. No need to subtract all that business when it goes evenly. So that's $14 off. Well, if I'm getting a 50% discount, that means I'm paying 50%. That's the other half. So the answer here is just $14. I don't need to sit here and do the subtraction and subtract 14 from 28. 14 and 14 is half. So it's a $14 basketball there. Make sure that looks like a 14. That's 14. Over to some of these that you might already know. This 30% one's not pretty. I would just go ahead and still use the 0.3 and multiply. So it'd be $128.79 times the 3/10 like that. And you get 3 movements. And so that's 27, 23, 24 is 26. 6 and 2 is 8 and 3. And just move your decimal 3 places to the left. 1, 2, 3. So it's $38, and I'm running to the pennies. $38.64. Then it's taking off. So I'm subtracting $38.64 from the cost of that watch. Sorry if it's hard to see. 9 take away 4 is 5. 7 take away 6 is 1. 8 take away 8 is 0. Borrow 12 take away 3 is 9. So I'm paying $90.15 for that watch. Nice discount. Yeah, the more expensive it is, the more money that comes off, especially if the percentage is a little higher. And so again, remembering using a 25% as a quarter. So you can just take a quarter of the $74. I know y'all like fractions a little better, some of you. And I could cross cancel a little bit here. But if you don't want to, it's just 74 divided by 4. It's not a hard math, 74 divided by 4. Notice we're not doing multiplication, we're actually doing division. If you want to do multiplication, just change that to 0.25 and then multiply by the $74. So there's 2 ways to do this, either use the decimal or the fraction. I sometimes like the division a little bit better, and some of you have gotten rather good at the division. 4 into 34, let's see, 9 times is 36, so 8 times is 32, and I get 2, and I add the decimal on, and remember we're doing decimals here, and 4 goes into 25 times. So I have to put a 0 back there because it's money, so it's $18.50 discount. So I'm going to subtract the $74 minus the $18.50. Just a reminder, when you're adding or subtracting, line them up. And that has to borrow to get 5. I get a 3. I borrow, I get 5. I have a 6 minus 1 is 5. It's $55.50 is the cost of my switch. Last one, 40%. So some of you might know that this is 2/5. 1/5 is 20%. 2/5 is 40%. If you don't know it, you could do 40 over 100 and do some canceling, and I'm multiplying by the $98.10. And so 98 doubled twice, so 98 times 2 is 196 over 5. So I can do 196 divided by 5. Or again, if some of you want to do it, it's 98 times the 0.4 because that's 40%. Some of you might say this is a little bit easier, and I think it is. 36 plus 3 is 39, and move the decimal one place to the left. So it's $39.20 discount. If you did it this way, you would have to take 196 and divide it by 5. And 5 goes into the 19 3 times, which is 15. You get 46. 5 goes into 46 9 times is 45. And you add your decimal and you bring down your 0, and 5 goes into 10 twice. And you still get your $39.20. That's your discount. So $98. So if I want to know how much I'm paying, I'll subtract it. Now you have to be really careful on your assignment to see what is it asking for. Does it ask me to just find out how much of a discount, or does it want the bill or the price of the bill that I'm going to pay? So you're just going to have to think about that. So 17 minus 9 is 8. 8 minus 3 is 5. So we're going to pay $58.80 for that. Okay. So that's your lesson on discount. You're taking off the cost. And again, you can use your decimal or your fraction depending on what you want to do. Until next time, we'll see you.